go live on Jimmy Dore. Live, Jim.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. I have some inside information I'd like to share with you. I'm getting a word from insiders that Joe Biden's going to resign.
What?
Shit.
Yeah, can you believe that, Mike?
Well, who are the insiders?
I don't want to say.
Are they on the inside?
They're on the inside. Inside. This is coming from a source inside the Harris campaign.
Oh.
That he's going to resign tonight. So
Shit.
that sucks because Mike doesn't do a Kamala Harris, but she's not going to be president. Maybe you could work on a J.D. Vance.
I've listened to him, and I'll listen again, but I couldn't hear anything.
Oh, that's too bad. And still can't. Okay. Okay. That's the way brilliance rolls, right? You can't control it. Okay. Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
Dropping bombshells on us. Shit.
Yeah.
We're going to see Mike in Chicago, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll see Mike at our Chicago show, August 16th.
Yep.
And Grand Rapids.
Yeah, and he'll also be on the show in Grand Rapids.
That's great.
Yeah. Fantastical. He needs Mike's mic.
Do I do the brownie speaker? Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Give me another 10 count, Mike.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good, a little bit.
Okay.
I'll keep the slack on. Sounds good.
So that's your breaking news from the Jimmy Dore show. I hope everybody appreciates that. I cannot confirm this. This is just what I hear from sources inside the Harris campaign. Insiders. So I'm not confirming anything. I'm just telling you what the scuttlebutt is. Okay. Are you ready to start, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hey, this is Jimmy. Oh, wait a minute.
Got your clicker?
Hey, this is Jimmy. Who's this?
Hi, Jimmy. It's President Biden.
Oh, what's going on? I hear you're resigning tonight.
Not much.
Oh.
No.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just kind of hanging out. I got COVID.
Yeah, I heard you got COVID.
Nasty case of it, too. Really put me on my ass.
Yeah.
My wrists hurt. Like, what the fuck is that?
Sorry to hear that.
Trump got shot. You hear about that?
Yeah. Look, do you want to talk about the fact that you just dropped out of the 2024 presidential race?
No. Not really. I really don't.
Mr. President, I think we really need to discuss this. It's the elephant in the room.
Oh, there's an elephant in the room? Maybe it should run for president. We've never had an elephant president before. That would be so exciting. Yeah, great. But I don't know. How old is the elephant? It can't be too old.
Do I detect a little bitterness, sir?
Oh, man, nothing gets past you. Yeah, I'm bitter. I got forced out. I didn't want to do this, but oh, well, that's that. And now Kamala's off running for president. Netanyahu's addressing Congress, showing the world who the acting president of the United States actually is. And I'm recovering from COVID watching the Flintstones alone in my bed. Oh, say, can you see?
Mr. President, most people think this is for the best.
Do they now? Do they? Well, bully for them. You think Kamala Harris is going to beat Donald Trump, like for real?
No.
Well, then you're racist and sexist. Those are her only weapons in this campaign. How long is that going to be effective? She doesn't even know what they're going to throw at her. Jimmy, she doesn't even know. It's going to be a bloodbath. That moron Trump is going to come at her with everything he's got.
Yep.
2 days in, they're already calling her a slut.
No, God.
They went for slut right out of the fucking gate.
Yeah, I know.
And it ain't going to get prettier. I mean, it's dumb, but it's effective. Right-wing memes are already calling her the blowjob queen. Hawk Twa 2024. It's just beginning.
I think it's pronounced Haktua.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's very low class. I will admit that's very low class.
And stupid. I mean, like, what? You want a woman president who doesn't give blowjobs? Jimmy, come on, Jimmy. Women who refuse to go down, you know what kind of woman that is. Men, no. Do you really want that personality type in charge of a nation? That would be the most dangerous geopolitical situation in my lifetime. That kind of fucking woman.
All right. Well, that's probably enough of that.
It's just a stupid accusation. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So, what are you going to do between now and November?
Fuck if I know.
Sorry, Mr. President. I'm getting another call here. Hello, this is the Jimmy Dore Show.
Jimmy, it's Baby.
Oh.
Ah, Jesus.
Hello, Mr. Netanyahu. Thanks for calling.
Joe, I just gave my speech to a joint session of Congress. It went great. But where were you? We missed you.
I told you I'm sick. I'll see you tomorrow as planned.
You should have been there, Joe. Standing ovation after standing ovation from my dutiful little American supplicants. If I may say so myself, I killed, and I love to kill.
Ah, real good joke, not obvious at all.
Joe, please, don't be so bitter that you start denigrating the sketch itself. Then everything falls apart. I mentioned you twice in my speech, and both times you got standing ovations.
Yeah, sure. Now that I'm a lame duck, everybody loves Papa Joe. What a great guy he was. Remember him? Remember the current president? Now all that's left is my legacy, tainted by my inability to stand up to you and allow this shameful genocide to occur.
Wow. Good for you, Mr. President. You finally called it a genocide, which it is.
How dare you? How dare you both? Jimmy, I assumed you were being funded by Hamas. But you, Joe? Hamas got to you?
Put a sock in it, blockhead. No one's falling for this shit anymore. I'm not running for re-election, which means I get to call you a war criminal, and it feels so good. This is what you're going to get from now on. Honest Joe. Finally saying what I really think.
Ooh, I like the idea of Honest Joe, actually.
Silence, you worm. Very well, Joe. I guess there's only one piece of business left for us to discuss.
Forget it. We're not doing it.
It is part of my diplomatic privilege. Don't you dare forget that.
What's he talking about, Mr. President?
All right, Jimmy, every visiting head of state gets complimentary valet service. This is not a joke. The Netanyahus are notorious for bringing suitcases of dirty laundry
This is true.
on state visits and demanding that they be cleaned. Again, this is not a joke.
I know.
There was literally a Washington Post article about this a few years back.
I know. This is real. Right?
How many times do I have to say I'm not joking?
My wife and I do not have to stand for this flagrant anti-Semitism.
But it's real. You're the one bringing your dirty whites to Washington for us to clean for you. It's not anti-Semitic if it's real.
It plays into tropes.
Yeah, I know. So maybe stop doing it. Either way, we're not washing this shit. Who the judge knows where the laundromats are in D.C. He'll hook you up.
Are you really refusing to do my laundry for me? My wife's laundry?
You heard me.
Hold firm, sir. Don't do Benjamin Netanyahu's dirty laundry.
I mean, it really is an unbelievable metaphor.
It is.
The most tone-deaf fucker in the world.
It is unbelievable.
This is now an international incident. Calling me a genocidal maniac is one thing, but denying me my special American privileges, you will be hearing about this in the United Nations.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure Gambia is really going to give a shit about your laundry problems. Boo-hoo. Go fuck off, man.
You tell him. You tell him, sir.
I am done with you, filthy goyim. You have not heard the last of this. And Jimmy, I'd be careful if I were you. I sense a terrible accident in your future. Goodbye.
What the hell did I do? Anyway, glad to see you finally having some backbone, Mr. President.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck you, too. You've always been a thorn in my side. Never had my back, either. I'm not taking your shit anymore. Honest Joe, 2024. Fuck you. Fuck everybody. Taylor Swift sucks and is for idiots only. Israel does genocides, and I can't get a boner anymore. Anyway, talk to you next week.
All right, sounds good. Take care, sir. All right, that was fun. Boy, I hope he doesn't resign tonight. Just so I can drop that phone call.
I know. Hey, believe me, I'm rooting for the guy. I want him to get back in the race. Full moose party this.
Yeah, I'm with you. Okay, ring. Who's this?
Hey, Jimmy, this is J.B. Pritzker, governor of the great state of Illinois. How the hell are you?
I'm doing just fine, Governor. How are you?
Jimmy, I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Jeez.
And may I say, sir, that it is great to finally talk to you. One proud son of Chicago to another.
Yeah, of course, Chicago, my hometown. I'll be there in a few weeks, actually.
I am well aware, and I will do everything in my gubernatorial powers to make sure the mayor rolls out the red carpet for your arrival, sir. Nothing but the best for a hometown kid done good.
That sounds great. Thank you. So why are you calling out of the blue and kissing my ass so hard like this?
Well, that's a good question. Jimmy, I'm doing the media rounds happily, stumping for Kamala Harris and her team. CNN, MSNBC, now your show. Just getting the good word out about our next president. But she doesn't need me. She's going gangbusters on her own. Hell, I'm just doing it for fun.
But aren't you also on the short list for VP consideration?
Well, yeah, you know, I told Kamala I'm here to help in any way you need. I'll man the phones. I'll go door to door. I'll clean up after staff meetings. And if you need me to be vice president of the United States, I can handle it too.
I see.
But now that you mention it, I feel like I'd make a pretty darn good VP pick, if I may say so myself.
Okay, why is that?
Well, first of all, and let's get this out of the way up top, I'm a large boy. In case you haven't noticed, yes, I'm a sizable fella. And you know what? So are a lot of Americans. And you haven't seen us represented in the Democratic Party over the years. Kamala, Biden, Obama, John Kerry, what a bunch of bean bowls. I'm a regular, everyday American, and I look like one, too. Having me on the ticket would help balance the scales.
I suppose so. Representation is good.
Jimmy, I thank you for your support. But building on that, I'm just a regular Chicago guy. I love my Cubs, the Bears, Blackhawks. Put me in the stands with a Polish sausage and a lukewarm beer, and I'm as happy as a clam. Hell, I'll eat some clams, too. I'm someone that John Q. Public is going to relate to.
That's great. What part of Chicago are you from, by the way?
Oh, I'm not from Chicago.
Wait, what?
I said I was a Chicago guy. I didn't say I was from Chicago. I was born in sunny Palo Alto, California.
But you grew up in Chicago, right? Or near it?
Not even close. I was raised in a wealthy community of Atherton, California, and attended the prestigious Milton boarding school in New England.
No kidding.
My family is originally from Chicago, however, so, you know, I've been there.
But this whole persona of Chicago guy, you You even have the accent. How do you grow up in California and New England and sound like this?
Oh, well, it's simple, Jimmy. I wanted to be governor of a state because it's usually a stepping stone to bigger things. I knew I would never be elected in California because I'm a large boy, but Illinois seemed attainable. But to be elected governor of Illinois, you had to seem like you're from Chicago. Sound like it, talk about the Cubs and shit, that sort of thing. So between the Pritzkers being a well-known Chicago family and me doing this whole persona, my plan worked.
Unbelievable. Do you feel dishonest?
Jimmy, I'm just a regular American who does not currently nor ever has resided in Cook County. I will do literally anything, and I mean anything, to get ahead. And I think regular Americans will relate to that and respect it.
Yeah, we'll see. Hey, being from Chicago myself, actually from Chicago, I have heard of the Pritzker family. If I'm not mistaken, you are one of the wealthiest families in America, right? Is that true?
Jimmy, I've never been one for statistics or rankings or any of that kind of nonsense. I'm all about working hard for the American people, the regular Joe and Jane out there just trying to make a living in this crazy time.
No. Can I ask you how much you're worth?
Jimmy, my net worth is somewhere in the ballpark of $3.5 billion, according to Wikipedia.
What? You're literally a billionaire? How can you possibly be considered a champion of regular Americans?
Jimmy, I'm pretty sure that regular Americans, if given the opportunity to receive several $1 billion in inherited wealth, would accept it, no questions asked. The fact that I did that just shows I'm about as regular as a fellow could be.
Oh, brother.
And furthermore, I think it serves as an inspiration. If a regular guy, a massive chub station, J.B. Pritzker, can be handed several $1 billion on a platter, who's to say that couldn't happen to you someday?
I'm pretty sure I'm not going to inherit several $1 billion in the foreseeable future.
Well, that's exactly the kind of negative Nancy thinking the Democratic Party needs to avoid. If we're going to beat Donald Trump in November, whether the VP pick is yours truly or some Beltway elitist from Kentucky, we need to pull together and think positive.
It's pretty easy to think positive when you're a billionaire, right?
Jimmy, I don't even think about my money. It's only there to serve one purpose. If I'm faced with some sort of problem, no matter how big or small, I use that giant pile of cash to take enough money so I can solve that problem. And I've never encountered a problem so big that rectifying it put even a dent in $3.5 billion. So you can literally say I've never encountered a problem that I couldn't solve.
Yeah.
Now, if that isn't an inspiring quality, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's quite something.
Thanks, Jimmy. And that's exactly the positive attitude that I want to take to the White House, should I be so lucky. Hell, if she's on the fence, maybe I could throw a couple mil her way to help grease the wheels.
Wouldn't that be bribery?
Jimmy, I may not be from Chicago, but I'm definitely a Chicago politician. I don't even know what you're talking about. But think positive.
Okay.
And think big. J.B. Pritzker big. A big fella with a big billions of dollars. Well, it's been fun talking to Eddie and your listeners. Hopefully I'll be able to call back every now and again and we could talk Cubs and bratwurst and stuff.
Oh, boy.
What part of Chicago are you from, by the way?
I'm from the southwest side, right by Midway Airport.
Okay, I don't know where that is. I've never heard of that. Okay, bye.
All right, fantastic. Great job. I didn't know you could do a J.B. Pritzker. Now I hope he becomes vice president because you nail it. I didn't even know that there was that. Again, Mike, doing an impression I didn't think there could be done.
Well, I got to throw some new, if Biden, I got to throw some new guys in there.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh.
If he's going to resign tonight, what do we do?
I don't know, but maybe we have him. He could still call in. He could still call in at least until the election.
Well, yeah, but even actually, Obama still calls in every now and then.
Yeah, that's right. Obama still calls in. Come on.
Yeah, man, I'm not going fucking anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm staying.
Well, I don't know. We'll see. I hope he doesn't resign. We'll see. My fingers are crossed that he doesn't resign. But
I mean, what's the insider? Is he like fucked up? Like, why did they say why?
No, they didn't say why. So, I mean, I don't even know if it's 50-50. I'm just saying what I hear. But
yeah, sure.
But I think it would actually I think they think it would be good for Kamala to like have some presidential experience and go, look, see, the country didn't crash and she's been president for 106 days. But
that sounds crazy to me.
She would also have to, fund Bibi's war. And so she'd have that on her hands. Now she can kind of distance herself from it, say I was the vice president. But I don't know.
I think she met with him today.
Maybe it would be good if he did resign. Everything is going according to plan.
Trump is kind of bitch slapping Bibi right now. I have a segment coming up on that. And he also let it leak that Bibi doesn't want a deal. So I got a segment coming up on that too. So, all right, we have to run. Our guest is waiting for us. We had a 3:30 guest, and I was late today. So, Mike, tell the people where they can find you.
Hey, you can find me on Instagram, Mike McCrae Online, MACRAE. You can see where I'm doing shows. You can actually see me this Sunday at 7 p.m. at the Sunset Strip Comedy Club on 6th Street here in Austin.
Oh, there's a new comedy club called the Sunset Strip Comedy Club?
Oh, they keep opening. Yeah, there's more and more that open up. There's one called the Black Rabbit Comedy Club. That's opened up.
Are you shitting? There's enough
yeah, it's a huge bubble and it's going to burst.
Oh, there's no doubt that they can't sustain 6 clubs.
Fuck no.
Especially with Joe Rogan sucking up so much energy. I mean, every show at the mothership is sold out.
Yeah, they won.
Yeah, they win. Okay. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.
All right, gentlemen. Ladies.
Okay. All right, we'll take a break and we'll be right back with Caleb Maupin. A small regret is slouching in the dentist's office thinking, I should have brushed and flossed better. A big health regret is listening to your doctor and thinking, I should have paid attention to nutrition when I was younger. But health today, and when it matters most, is why we here at the Jimmy Dore Show take Field of Greens. Field of Greens is unlike any fruit and vegetable or green product. Field of Greens isn't watered down extracts. Field of Greens is organic superfood. It's whole fruits and vegetables. Each fruit and vegetable was selected by doctors to support vital bodily functions like heart, liver, kidneys, metabolism, and your immune system. And only Field of Greens is backed by Better Health Promise. At your next checkup, your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back. Don't look back and say, I should have paid attention to nutrition when I was younger. Field of Greens is a key to better health today and when it matters most. Let's get you started with 15% off and free shipping. Visit fieldofgreens.com and use the promo code Jimmy. That's right. That's promo code Jimmy at fieldofgreens.com.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
Isn't it swell? The memes make themselves. They found a rabbi hole, tunnels and all. There's Jews in the walls. Isn't it bliss? The rabbinical grace soiling the mattresses. Well, let me tell you. If I were Rabbi Shmuley and diddle 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 digga digga diddle diddle dum, all day long I'd diddle little bums. If I were a Shmuley man, I'd peddle all my dildos, dreidel dildos, selling dildos with my daughter and her mum. If I were a Jewish Shmuley man, I'd be digging with a dildo in my bum. I'd wear a grotesque nose and go grab some goyim right on the nipple with a pinch. A Shabbos lap dance brace for the youngest mensch.
At this time, more than any other time, revolution is necessary. It is necessary. Not only based on what has happened with the MOVE organization, the babies that have been murdered, MOVE adults that have been murdered, bombs being dropped on us, but past that to what is happening with all black people, so-called minority people, money poor people. This government, as has been said earlier, has waged war on us. But something about us, particularly here in America, we don't really understand that. We don't really know what war is. For black people, for poor people, that people see as good, that they wasn't forced to do, that they didn't do to try to keep black people appeased, and calm down so that black people wouldn't riot. A prison situation is a crystallized example of that. You can make phone calls in prison. They have movies in prison, but they don't have those things because they just want to be nice to prisoners. They have those things because they know damn well if they don't have, people being able to contact their family, if they don't have, facilities for people to sit there and watch movies, people are going to be frustrated, upset, and they're going to direct that frustration at them prison administrators, and they're going to have riots on their hands. They're going to have people in them prisons turning them prisons out. That's why they have movies. That's why they have access to phones the way they do. And a stop to it when we don't like it, or encouraging it when it's something that's in our interest. We have to call the shots. The people have to take the reins of this system and start dictating what we need, what needs to be done. And, taking the initiative to do it ourselves. We can't rely on this system. Don't people see what's happening? Every single confrontation that MOVE people have been involved in, every single issue, oppression, economic issues, every single issue facing our people, is something that can be dealt with very, very simply. All people got to do is make their wishes known. All people have to do is stand up and say, listen, we're not accepting that. Unity is the key. Unity is the key to revolution. Revolution ain't nothing to be afraid of. It ain't nothing to shy away from. Revolution, contrary to what officials, this system and those backing the officials running this system, want people to believe that revolution means violence, means blood in the street. I'm saying it can get to that point, but it don't have to be violent. When people come together and take a strong stand on an issue, this government don't have no choice but to listen. Where you think they get their authority from? They don't have no power, but they do have authority to do certain things. Where you think they get it from? They get it from us, from the people. You know, they get it from us accepting the things that they do to be done to stop it. Then you have some people who want to then turn around and say, yeah, well, you know, it's the best we have, and want to make excuses. The time for excuses is over. It's over. You know, every man, woman, and child has to be involved in this revolution. Not only has to be, but is, whether you want to be or not. I mean, our babies gave their lives for this revolution on May 13th. You know, men, women, and children were murdered. And not just move babies, you know. What about all of the young men, women, you know, children 8, 9 years old shot down on the street by cops, you know, by drug pushers? I mean, you know, where do you think that mentality comes from? It comes from this system, from the mentality of this system of getting over, you know, making a quick buck, you know. I'm saying that's where that needs to be done to stop it. Then, you know, what I want people to really, really understand is that it's past time. It is past time for poor people, black people, you know, to realize that this system has failed you. It has failed you. You can't get nothing from it. And what people got to do is withdraw our support from it and start doing for ourselves. That's what we got to do. You know, how long are people going to sit back and beg, you know, this government to do what's right when for hundreds of years all you've gotten is a slap in the face? All you've gotten is this government kicking your ass. That's all. That's all black people have ever gotten from this government.
Hey, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down there for more AM Joy and the rest of MSNBC. And click on any of the videos right here to watch the latest interviews and highlights. And you can get more videos from MSNBC for free every day with our newsletter. Just visit